So, Grace, what do you think of that whole situation?
That was exciting.
Yeah. Well, guess we should head back home then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna come with you guys. I kind of like that place. Maybe I'm getting my own room there.
Oh,
Well,
for fuck's
yeah.
sake.
All right.
You're always
It's not
welcome,
ours.
Kame.
Do we need a mascot character? Do we actually need a mascot character?
I mean, he's not really a mascot. He's more like just another neighbor.
He's my friend.
Hey, I wonder. Now that we've completed this, maybe we'll get our own rooms.
You'll get
Or
your
at
own
least-
rewards anyway.
A room. 2. I don't know.
Yeah. And so I guess you all lead the rest of the Kappas.
Hold on.
Huh? What do you do now?
Can I make a roll to see if I remember to try to track down that police officer who I need to return this flashlight to? Can I
Sure,
see
go
it?
ahead. Roll plus sharp.
Okay, that's a +2 actually. So I do.
Yay!
All right, so you take a detour back to police station and say, "Hey, I borrowed this. You can have it back." While I'm assuming Alami and everyone else lead the Kappas in a sort of secret way back to the apartment or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are we allowed to do what I said in DMs?
Huh?
Unless you don't want to.
Not really.
Okay.
What? Okay.
What
I
is
wanted to
this?
add drama.
She wanted
Oh.
that katana to be poisoned. Anyway. Even though you can...
You wanted
even though
to
you
die
can-
for drama.
Well, no, it's more like you can neutralize poison. In fact, Grace can neutralize a poison.
Well, yeah, it's just. I don't know. I'm just. I like torturing. I like
status
torturing my
effects?
characters. Okay.
All right, so...
adding status effects this early
That's-
probably isn't a good idea.
I mean, I already added poison to this in the prologue, remember?
Fair enough, but
Anyways, you all head back to the apartment while Damien takes a detour to the police department.
here you go, Thomas.
I'm not
Sorry.
Thomas, but I'll make sure to give it to him.
Okay.
I followed
Good luck
Shadow
on the
and I stole the
policing.
bones.
Do you really want to do that right now?
I feel like you need to make a roll for that. I mean, it's an
I
important
got-
decision.
I can't leave this escapade boneless.
You got bones already. They're back in the apartment.
Oh.
Yeah, I
I
don't think
still
you ever
want them?
actually. Yeah, I don't think you actually gave back most of those bones. Still,
Yes. Okay, but I'm gonna steal the bones from another cold case whilst I'm there. They're
No.
not gonna notice it's missing.
No.
There's no
Lamia
obvious-
keeps you by her side at all times.
yeah.
No.
Allow me to roll
Yes.
plus tough.
I feel like we. I
You
feel
want
like
me
we
to
need
roll
make-
plus tough? You want me to roll plus tough?
Yeah.
I will roll plus
12.
She has an iron grip on you. She has an iron grip on you, Ryan. You're going back. to
Okay,
the
but
apartment.
what if I roll to manipulate her to let me go for just a minute?
No.
I feel like with a 12, you need to take one harm because she's holding you
Okay,
so
but
tight.
what if can I roll like plus sharp to try to manipulate? There's a chance it won't be. It's a very.
I mean,
very
it's
chance
it's
it won't
voluntary for her if she follows what she says and gets an experience point out of it. But I don't really think she's going to follow what you say.
Okay, but we'll just roll sharp because it's a
Go ahead.
chance.
Go ahead.
Wait, me?
It's not gonna work, but there's a chance.
Ryan's rolling for flavor. You're not getting an experience point if you fail.
Oh, fuck!
11.
Well,
She doesn't care anyway.
yeah.
Fuck.
Anyway.
Yeah, Ryan, you got an iron grip on your arm as Alamia leads you back to the apartment, leading a bunch of kappas.
Yeah, I'm like, you ain't going anywhere, fool. Well, I don't say that.
How am I supposed to do anything if I have an angel holding onto my arm?
Well, you need to understand that I was sent here to keep you alive by the ancients. So, like, you need to stay alive as much as possible, and the only way I could guarantee that is if you stay here,
And also not in jail.
and also not in jail.
I mean, at least I'd be in a same location then.
Knowing you'd probably escape.
And that would make me safe from all the threats in jail.
Allow me to just face palms.
Great.
Beautiful.
Grace, what do you do as you're on your way? Do you do anything on your way back, or do you just enjoy this bickering?
Can I roll manipulate someone to try and talk Ryan out of it?
I mean, I think
I'm not trying to talk out of it. We're just rolling along at this point.
They're just bickering, and he doesn't really care now that he's got an iron grip on his arm.
I like my arm where it is, not off my shoulder.
Okay.
I guess
It's not like I'm ripping it out.
Yeah, but it still hurts. It still probably kind of hurts. But anyways,
I caught up with the group because you.
Actually,
you
I was gonna. Actually, this was gonna be a perfect segue into the next mystery. Since you were at the police station.
Okay.
Let's see.
Cold case.
No.
Cold case.
No.
No, not a cold case. Anyway,
Cold case.
Jacob, do you have any questions left you have to ask before the mystery's over?
Actually, do I have any questions I need to ask?
I gave you one answer to one of them. I gave you another answer again. I think to figure out the sewers or where you're supposed to go. What's the third one?
I don't remember the third one.
Well, shit. What's ask your third one before we end the mystery?
Can Alamia let go of my arm?
The real mystery. How can I get Alamia to let go of my fucking arm?
And then the voice in your head that gives you the answers. It's just like, there ain't no getting out of that.
Fuck!
I just realized something I should have done before we left. Oh, well.
What's that?
I should have checked to see if the boss was actually dead. Probably nothing.
I mean, he just said he was sore. Or are you talking about? You're talking about Sea King. Well, considering that all that left was just a bunch of water, you heard a giant explosion, and none of the Kappas seem to really care. You're thinking that he's very dead. Probably disintegrated at this point.
Hooray! And there was much rejoicing.
All right, so let's see. Trying to think of a good because this next mystery is going to be a bit of a. It's going to be a little interesting to see how I can transfer that. Hey, as you guys talk amongst yourselves while I try and think of a good improv.
I send you another DM.
It's not that fun. I already have the next mystery planned.
Gosh dang it! I like tormenting my characters.
No, that's good.
It becomes less fun if you're just tormenting for the sake of tormenting.
But I like it.
I think that's called sadism.
I like it.
No, that's called masochism.
Masochism is when you like bad things happening to yourself.
Exactly. She's letting these things happen to herself. She wants her own self to suffer.
No, I just want my OCs to suffer.
Yeah, your OC, who was the one you were playing as. You were in the role of your OC. Therefore, it is therefore your character in the role you are playing. So therefore, it is inflicted at you. You were taking the role of that character.
Can we just stop with the circle logic?
Yeah, Damien, roll your hunch.
Hunch.
Hell yeah.
Hunch, munch.
Honestly, I keep forgetting I have that because I only use it like once every 5 episodes at this point.
Yeet.
7, nice. What does that do?
On a 7 to 9, you get there late, in time to intervene, but not prevent it altogether.
Fair enough. All right. Anyways, before that, Ryan, what's your last question?
I don't know what kind of question I'd have to put.
Is the let's see, when and where will the next critical event occur? What does the monster want from this person? Is this connected to previous mysteries we have investigated? And how is this mystery connected to the bigger picture?
Relevant, so we'll do how does this mystery connect to the bigger picture?
Those purple worms found in the sewer are still very suspicious. Saying they were very close to the subway system.
Question.
Yes.
Oh no, it's like that one episode of Primeval.
I was thinking more Men in Black 2.
God,
Anyway.
did you mean for me to roll hunch or premonition?
Hunch for right now.
Okay, because premonition is the one that I do at the start of each mystery.
Yeah, this is sort of a connection point. It's not officially the next mystery yet.
Okay.
But as you walk your way back to the apartment, you hear a revving engine.
Rev.
I look around.
Down, you hear it kind of above you.
What?
You don't see anything, but you hear that it's kind of upwards. Do you follow that? Do you follow that revving?
An
Yes.
airship?
Sure.
You hear the revving slowly come downwards, not like it's like a car engine, and you see suddenly a pair of headlights, or backlights. I don't know.
Back to the Future.
Great Scott!
You see a pair of rear lights.
You made me do that. You had to do that early.
You see a pair of rear lights behind the in a nearby alleyway. You seem to be just drawn to alleyways, aren't you?
Apparently, yeah.
You note that in your head. Anyway, as you make your way to it, you suddenly hear, squealing wheels, and just the engine going. Someone just play a sound effect.
That was me.
Thank you for the added sound effect. Anyway. And you hear, I'm assuming when you hear the screeching wheels, you run up to it because that's where your hunch is taking you.
Yes.
You hear screaming.
Oh no.
And you suddenly hear two people get hit by a car, and suddenly, not guns. It's more like giant flashing bang noises. And when you look down the alleyway, you see two men that are just look like they've been hit by almost a semi.
Oh.
It's just at full speed against the wall of the alleyway.
Okay,
But
so
there's no
as someone
car.
who's seen, so as someone from experience who's seen a person get hit by a car into a wall, these people would not be there. They would be awful, horrifying sludge piles.
Then that's what you see, Damien.
Oh.
You see two just gore piles of men just kind of sitting there in the alleyway. At the end, and a pair of tire tracks on the ground, but the car's gone. Not a single trace. It's fucking gone. And you don't even hear that engine anymore.
Wouldn't the tire tracks technically be a trace?
Well, I mean, other than the tire tracks, it's so you can tell that it's a vehicular slaughter.
Okay.
But the car's gone.
Well, can't we investigate those tire tracks? What kind of tires
Should
are
I
they?
investigate Can I roll to investigate a mystery?
Go ahead.
Okay, my sharp is plus.
I'll be right
2.
back.
Okay.
All right.
You have nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
F.
You think, what the fuck was that? Because there's
Can
a
I
missing...
have noticed this?
Ugh.
No,
I'm
because you're
by
not there.
myself.
Only Damien's there.
I'm completely
Oh
by
yeah,
myself.
and I would have followed Damien if it weren't for someone holding my arm.
Leave me alone. I'm trying to keep you safe.
I'm trying to help innocent people.
This conversation isn't even happening.
You see a man's just kind of... You can see the man's head. He doesn't look like a... He looks kind of shady, but he's also on top of a gore pile, so you can't really tell anything else.
F.
So this is a dead end alleyway, thin as hell, so he can't really turn around or wide turn. It has to be a backup. And
But he didn't
the
back
car,
up.
And the car is just gone. There's no exit tracks. There's only the gore piles of two guys against the wall of the fucking alleyway. Dead ends. Only the tracks that go towards the guys. There's no exit tracks.
Okay.
This is where you call up your good old buddy pal Ryan to check out
We
the
don't have cell
crimes.
phones, though.
Well,
Damn it!
it's the
Wait,
80s, so I mean,
Wait a second. Hold on, wait.
I'm
Can we
not.
just-
Can I try using telepathy
No.
to call out towards the group?
Wait, what's happening in game?
There's a car that just eviscerated two men against a wall in the alleyway, but the car is suddenly gone.
And
Okay.
I'm asking if I can try to use telepathy to contact you.
Let me look at
yeah.
let me look at that telepathy for a moment. But depend, I need to investigate a mystery. It doesn't say you can talk to them in their head, unfortunately. You just read people's thoughts, so you can't talk to them like that now. But if
Well, I mean,
Ryan
I can-
wants-
through telepathy, I can manipulate someone. So that means
I think that's more like just a change their thoughts kind of thing. It's not really
It's literal. It's very it's literal and it's very little. So yes, he can manipulate anyone's thoughts, which means he can manipulate.
Yeah, but
There's no reason he can't.
if you manipulate another hunter, they only get an experience if they follow what you do.
can't I basically just like try to manipulate them and like make them have a bad feeling that they need to go find?
You want to
me?
pass your hunch onto the other ones, onto the others.
Basically, yeah.
All right, just do one manipulate somebody.
And I don't even know if
I like your justification of passing your hunch onto them.
So manipulate is plus charm.
I mean, that makes honestly less sense than
3. Nope.
No, you didn't.
F.
Everyone just gets like a weird feeling, but that's about it.
Well, I mean, otherwise you could just say that they weren't in range or something.
They also weren't in range.
Did
Ugh.
anyone else feel something just now?
yeah. I felt an iron grip on my arm. Could you let go, please?
No.
All right,
By the way,
so-
I just leveled up.
Not until we get
Well,
back to the
damn.
apartment.
Level 6.
Uh,
Damon's fucking level 6 now. Goddamn.
I don't even know what I'm getting yet.
Well, we'll discuss that afterwards.
Yeah, I'll leave that for the end of the session.
Right. Do you want to do anything else with this potential next mystery you should probably investigate right now?
I am going to head out of the alleyway. Take note of where it is. So, like, see what the streets that are nearby this are, and
All
then
right. Roll
head off to find the group.
roll another investigate a mystery for that then.
Oh boy, plus sharp. Okay.
Oh.
And you do. Do you want to ask another question?
Well, I can't ask anything relating to the actual, like,
What just happened?
yeah, because I failed that one.
Okay, yeah. This is mostly just to do like, do you have any questions about your current location? Maybe I'll allow this to be a sort of general question.
Maybe like, so first I
Like you
take
commit,
notice of-
like here, I'll allow you this. You commit this place to memory, and you make note of one other significant landmark that I will allow you to create for this general area.
Okay.
What's a good general? I'm allowing you to create one location.
Hot dog stand.
Honestly, I was tempted to say like a hot dog store, but
Hot dog store. Even better.
it's actually a diner.
That's
Anything-
cool.
Right on the corner.
Anything in
Across the
particular? Anything particular about it?
It actually has a 50s sort of look to it.
Johnny Rockets.
Both on the outside and on the inside.
Man, now I want a milkshake.
All right, so you
So
have
it's-
just a 50s themed diner.
Yes.
All right. I'll allow you to also create one notable employee if you want.
Maybe later. I don't think I go inside yet, so I can't. Really
That's fair. You just keep that place in mind in case anyone saw anything there.
Yeah, but for now, I head back and find my friends.
Maybe you should call the cops. Maybe just a thought. That's what your head friend tells you. Maybe you should call somebody for this. It seems like a murder.
As part of my investigative mystery, I did not look for a telephone.
You didn't?
So, nope. So that is not part of.
So you'll just let that be found naturally, then. Got it.
Yes. I don't want to have to be questioned by the police.
Yeah, this is what is it? Let's just say it's like 6 o'clock right now. Sun's setting kinda right about now, so it's what season did I say this was? The summer?
I think so.
Yeah, it's like summer right now, so it's getting a little. The sun's setting a little bit right now, not totally darkness though. So you head back to the apartment then?
Yep.
All right. What do you tell everyone once you get back to the room? Rad is still. Also, once everyone gets back, you see that Rad is still napping.
Okay. So, something interesting happened.
Define interesting.
Two guys got turned into puddles of blood, pretty much, by a car that is a ghost.
You mean... Man, something I could have investigated if you weren't holding my goddamn arm, Elamia!
And by that, I
Ghost cars?
By that, I mean I heard the sound of a car. I went to investigate, and I found two people.
Like
basically turned into gory messes, but there was no vehicle that did it.
You did see the rear. You did see the rear lights, though. You saw a pair of rear lights.
Yeah,
and that's about it.
So, that was interesting.
This? Where was it? Where
rattles off some address. I rattle off the street names because you didn't.
Okay, bye.
Say.
No,
okay, you know what?
Small talk's on the way.
I still have your arm.
Well, I mean, Lamia, it is not night yet, and the cops aren't. You tell them the cops aren't there yet.
I'm going to tickle Lamia.
Okay, hold on.
Ooh.
You could also
What?
Hold on. Let's calm down here.
If you're holding onto my arm, I could theoretically try and tickle.
Let's just try and calm down for a second. Lamia, what do you say to this?
I'm like, well, that's certainly a something. Cause she's not too familiar with cars.
How are you not too familiar with cars? We literally had a sequence with the car.
I'm from a different dimension, and that was a cab, and we were in the back seat.
And it was a car. A cab is a car.
Yeah,
There was literally a chase sequence. You're not allowed to pull that card now when it didn't come up then.
You guys got to have a chase sequence?
But
Dang.
listen. Like, she knows that cars exist. She knows what they look like. She doesn't know that they can kill people or be a ghost, apparently.
Well, generally, they can't be ghosts, which is confusing for anyone, so Ryan could potentially take advantage of that confusion. And secondly, you would know, generally, if big heavy object moving fast hits someone, deals damage. That's how logic works.
Is this an in-character argument right now?
Apparently.
Absolutely.
I think it is.
Let's go with that, yeah.
It wasn't really an in-character argument. That was just like, you can't pull that logic train. That doesn't actually make any sense.
Let's just say that's an in-character argument. I feel like that
was completely in character.
That sounds very in character.
Alania just kind of keeps a hold of his arm and just goes silent.
Tickling. Okay, we're tickling.
My oh my, this is interesting. And the speaker on Rad's table swipes up again. Yeah, you should probably go look that up before the police show up again.
Exactly! Otherwise, I'll have to steal the bones or the corpse remnants or whatever the fuck from the police because they'll contaminate them because they have weird government chemicals and it completely fucks over everything they always do. It's really annoying. That's why I stole the bones in the first place.
Good ancients almighty, why?
Let us go.
Hold on.
Okay, right before you leave Rad's room again, Damien, right when you grab the doorknob, roll premonition.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Boy.
Spooky.
It's a plus weird.
Welcome to the next mystery, gentlemen. Oh, good. You have a good one this time.
Yes.
Yay!
You see, everyone sees Damien just kind of pause for like a good minute or so with his hand on the doorknob.
I have like a that's so Raven stare on my face.
He's kind of zoning out for a second. Let me look at premonitions for a second to see what I can tell you.
Alani is still holding on to Ryan.
I'm tickling your arm now.
No.
I'm tickling your arm. You don't get a choice. I'm tickling your arm.
What do you even roll for tickling?
Also, MGM, to clarify something, you said that I get a good one, but I get a detailed vision
of something bad that's going to happen.
But it's detailed.
Detailed. Lamia gets run over by a car. The end.
No, not that.
That's not suffering, Tunts.
Okay, you see, you're in Rad's kitchen. Trying to remember the layout.
Is the sweater coming back?
No, not that. Jesus. Allow me to just.
A premonition of something bad happening. What does the sweater have to do with that?
Well, here, just let me give a detailed thing without interruptions here to be dramatic and mystical and crap. You see yourself in the third person, just kind of sitting by the window of Rad's apartment. You're just like overlooking the city thinking. You're not sure what you're thinking about, but you're also just, you're probably, I don't know, drinking something. And then you turn around one moment and you hear something. The other you doesn't hear it, but you, watching yourself in the third person, can hear it. It's the revving engine again.
Oh gosh.
And you hear it just, and suddenly, poof, a fucking car crashes into the wall of the apartment high in the air, and you're hit in the back. You're dead. And there's a car just kind of sticking inside the apartment now. Well, you're not dead, but you're gravely injured.
Oh gosh.
Ooh.
Poosh. It just fucking explodes into the apartment. Rad's spells are going off, zapping it or something. And you just see an empty fucking silver car as you lay extremely injured on the ground. Just kind of looking at, blinking its headlights at you and revving its engine. And then you you suddenly come back to reality. You're not sure when that was, but it was definitely the future.
Did I see anyone else there?
Generally speaking, there was probably like a few various silhouettes, but you couldn't tell who was who.
Okay, I couldn't make out who was there, but
there were
other people.
There were probably other people, but you couldn't tell who was who. That's just how dreams are. They're sometimes hard to tell people are people.
Okay.
But you got that.
People. What are they? Rubber ducks?
Quack.
And yeah, you get +1 forward to prevent it coming true.
Oh.
So basically, I think to be more specific, if you don't die and you try to make yourself not die in that moment, it doesn't matter if the car hits the thing. As long as you're not dead, you get the experience.
Okay.
Since that happens to be specifically you, and this isn't your apartment.
Yeah, fair enough.
So,
you want to tell anyone what just happened? While you were zoning out for like a straight minute there?
Are you going to open the door?
Yeah. I'm going to open it, and I'm just going to walk out.
You're not going to tell anybody about that?
Not yet.
Oh,
Alright,
boy,
well,
that
allow
car
me a-
thing's gonna be real fun there, Damien, boy. That's gonna be real fun.
I say not yet. But what I'm actually doing is I'm going to tell them after we start heading out because I do not want to tell that story in front of Rad.
You know what? That's fair. You don't want to.
I don't want him waking up and being like,
crash.
yeah. So basically,
allow me a
I tell
dragging
the
Ryan.
whole vision on the way. I don't want to have to
Without
repeat it, you know.
without Rad in the presence of you.
Yes.
Alami is comedically dragging Ryan by the arm still.
I tickled you. I'm out of the arm. The arm is not funny.
I will tell Rad later.
You didn't even roll for tickling.
Well, you asked what to roll for, and MGM was vanished.
All right, sorry. I was
Roll for tickles. What do we roll for tickles?
cool.
What do we roll to get Alamia to let go in some
Roll
way?
plus cool,
So you roll plus cool to tickle me, apparently.
or just manipulate somebody to prove that you're trustworthy and won't fucking run and steal shit and maybe get yourself in jail.
I feel like you should both roll for something.
Yeah, both of you roll manipulate. How about that?
Why do I have to roll? What's manipulate again?
Contested rolls.
Roll to manipulate someone.
Ooh.
Well, I mean,
You know what?
Lamia,
You're-
Ryan gives you
you're
a detail.
Well.
F.
Ooh.
Oof.
And tickling can be very persuasive.
Right. Anyway, so yeah,
both of you were successful?
yeah. So basically,
but Ryan has the higher one, so.
basically, well, I mean, you both still have your own free will. I'm not giving you a failure here. Ilamia, Ryan gives you a detailed explanation about he won't run and he won't steal shit, and he'll try and behave himself as he investigates this before the police get there. Ryan, are you actually going to do that? So let's prove yourself so she doesn't keep an
getting
iron.
there first is so we can get all the information
And
before the police come and mess everything up. Because
You
this is the
specifically-
80s and they will mess everything up, which is why I had to steal the bones in the first place.
Okay, can you at least say that you want to get there fast and you don't have to keep an iron grip on your arm? Is that what you want her to do?
Yes. Please.
Ilamia, do you let go and do you go fast?
Alright, hold on. You better be telling me the truth, because if you're not, I am actually going to get a leash for you.
And I am going to stab you in the face at this point if you don't get on with it. Get over this.
Lamia finally lets go.
How are you going to stab her with your arm bound?
Anyway, so Ryan, you're let go. Do you all start just kind of running?
Yeah.
Okay, all of you are running.
I was thinking more of a brisk walk, but sure.
Brisk walking or running?
Let's
Jogging.
Jogging.
I'm sprinting the fuck out there. You can't stop me.
Well, then I begin to chase, because I cannot...
Exactly, which means now you're going fast.
I can't leave you out of my sight, okay?
Damien, did you give them directions?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Grace, what are you thinking of all this?
I'm just...
Jeez. You really find this funny, don't you?
What?
Yeah.
Those two are quite a pair.
Oh, absolutely.
I run off after them.
All right, and Ryan, as you're running, roll your crazy questions, I guess.
Uh-oh.
All right.
His crazy questions.
Crazy questions.
What's this? His connect the dots.
My connect the dots.
Oh, goody. It's a
Roll
it's
for
a conspiracy
dots.
theory.
Oh, only 9.
All right,
Only
what
9
is
this
that?
time.
You
I
get
only- I
one
only get to
question.
I only get to hold one.
Yep. So, do you ask a question now or later?
I'm gonna save it for later.
Fair enough. So you feel the gears turning in your mind, but those are questions for later. For now, action must be taken to figure out what the fuck just happened. Like a ghost car, what the fuck? You haven't seen one of those before.
No, we
No,
really
you
haven't. What the
Exactly.
hell is a ghost car?
It's a car that's a ghost.
Exactly. I was just about to say. We're so in
You don't-
sync.
I mean, have you not heard of a ghost car before?
Ghost train.
I mean, there are ghost trains.
Ghost
It's very
train, ghost
similar,
car.
in fact.
Yeah.
It's very similar, except it's a
same
car.
premise.
So what I'm hearing is at some point during this next mystery, we have to suplex it.
Exactly.
It's gonna be kind of hard to lift a car, but I mean, maybe
I'll
Damien
figure
could.
out a way to
I have
suplex it.
telekinesis.
I mean, Damien.
I'm strong enough. I could probably suplex a boulder.
Damien, if
like
you want,
Undyne.
you could probably do it with your telekinesis, especially if you advance your telekinesis right now as your upgrade.
Oh, yeah,
Advance,
you have an
About it.
upgrade.
I'm not sure.
because you're level 5 now, and you can advance 2 of your things. That being, you can probably any of your normal moves. That being telekinesis or any of the other various
Yeah, I
stat
know.
moves.
You know what I'm going to
still
do?
thinking about it.
I am going, when we get to the point where we're suplexing trains, I'm going to fly and lift it and then just dive bomb it into the ground.
That's what a suplex is.
When did we get to suplexing trains? I thought it was just cars.
Anyways,
Well, cars,
Anyway.
you know,
in general, yeah.
same thing, really.
No, they
Anyways.
aren't.
I mean, what we do is Damien is going to be the MVP of any suplexing. So someone will like pick it and pretend to pick it up,
Yes.
and then Damien will use his magical mind powers to basically pick it up and do the actual suplexing, and we just look like we're suplexing.
I'm gonna be honest. Alamia
We
could
literally
prob-
can't do it without Damien.
No, wait, but
Or-
I'm pretty sure Alamia could do it.
Alami, you're not that strong. Alami's not
I am
that
strong AF.
She's
I mean,
strong
she's
enough
she's
to-
very
if-
skilled.
if
at
She's
she's
least.
not
strong enough to
strong, why
hold
did
you
we need
and
the
drag you by
blunderbuss?
one hand.
Well, the only reason I didn't fire the blunderbuss is because I was the one dueling the freaking thing.
No. If you're that strong, why did we need the blunderbuss?
We wouldn't have needed the blunderbuss.
Well,
You could've
technically,
just taken it out by your own.
I
Well, no,
probably
but see-
could have.
there's a thing here. I should probably say the blunderbuss was filled with the weakness of the thing. You couldn't kill him without the weakness,
Oh.
because that's what made him fucking explode. If you didn't make him fucking explode, then he would have probably healed up later and came for revenge or something.
Fair point.
Also-
Or a revenge plot. I would have preferred that.
No.
Also,
Anyway.
if another way for us to suplex would be to suplex a ghost car. Could theoretically have Ryan plant a lot of explosives, like a lot of explosives.
Anyway,
When the car comes up, the car gets blasted upwards, and then Alami can just take advantage of the whole car flying, just to twist its trajectory and slam it back down.
Anyway.
So let's not focus on the whole fighting the car first, because you need to
let's
find
break
out.
Let's actually
What the
find
fuck?
it first.
You need to find it, and you need to know what the fuck it is, and maybe how to fucking kill it if you can.
And then we'll suplex it.
If you can.
I'll just stab it.
Anyways, Damien and Grace, how do you keep up with these two sprinters?
I'm running. I wouldn't say I was sprinting, but
But you're keeping a brisk pace with them, and
yes.
I
Yeah.
will shapeshift and fly after them.
like I'm assuming above the skyline, so that way you can nobody really notices anything and thinks you're just a bird.
Right. Right.
That's fair.
Squawk.
All right. So yeah, Brian, Elame, you make it to the crime scene, and luckily nobody's here yet. There's a 50s style.
Thank God.
There's a 50s style diner over there, all across the street, on the corner, and down the alleyway you see a pile of two piles of gore against a wall,
Oh my goodness.
and a pair of tire tracks that enter the alleyway but no exit.
Huh.
Damien, you do eventually catch up while Ryan is marveling at the gore of it all, I guess.
Alami is just making sure he's not doing anything reckless.
So what do you do?
I don't know.
Talking to Ryan.
Oh.
Well, the first clear thing that we need to do is we need to secure the crime scene, which means we need to secure and take photo. Fuck.
What?
Can't take photos.
You don't have to count.
Oops.
Right. Okay. New plan. I take out the magic sketchbook I've always had on hand. Absolutely.
I mean,
Preparedness.
it's just sketchbook's a normal thing. I'll let you keep that.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to replicate the tire treads on a sketch pad.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I'm just going to spend a while Ryan's just going to spend a while poking and prodding at the fleshy corpse. The fleshy corpses.
Allow
Roll
me
investigate a mystery.
Allow just kind of stays back and lets him do it because
Yeah, you should make sure people don't come into the alley. Maybe
as long as he's not stealing anything, she's okay with it.
it'd be a little gross if you stole the gore. But anyway.
Ooh.
F.
Can I help out?
I mean, Grace, you do show up and you see Ryan investigating the bodies a little bit, just kind of looking at them. Yeah, you wanna?
I see the bodies. I think it's really gross, and I look away.
Do you want to help at all or something?
Um,
I mean, how do you help with this?
that is a good question. How would I help with this?
Well, if I'm failing my poking and prodding, then logically I feel like the main thing to help out would be to give me more time to poke and prod.
So you keep a lookout?
Yeah, I can do that. That's what I was thinking of doing.
All right, you keep a sky lookout, I guess. You stay above the buildings and look around, make sure nothing's really looking at you, spying at you.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, you have a 7 now. Ask one question from Investigate a Mystery.
Okay.
And also mark 1 experience.
Fuck.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie daisy.
I just remembered, we never healed my wounds while we were back at the house, or at our apartment.
Well, you're not that injured. You're just kind of got a couple small
It's not
cuts.
like we're gonna get attacked.
You got a couple small
exhausted.
cuts.
We're fine.
You got a couple small cuts, but it's not
I
like
feel
you
I
don't
feel like it
you're
would be kind of.
dying.
I feel like it would be kind of funny if I was bleeding on the crime scene.
No,
Well,
it would
you're
not be
bleeding,
funny.
You're bleeding at the entrance of the crime scene. Plus, it's all being absorbed by your clothes anyway, so it's not doing much anyway.
But
That
with
would
like
be pretty
one grip.
awkward if your blood showed up at the crime scene.
Exactly.
That would be.
I'm
that's
trying to make drama.
Especially as a divine.
Right.
Especially as someone who's not supposed to exist in this world.
All right. So, anyways, Jacob, what's the one question you ask him? Investigate a mystery.
The question will be, where on earth was the playbook for this? Because I can't find
It's
it.
in in rules. It's like the first post. It's like the second
Advised Hunter
the
reference
second
sheet.
files thing, the reference sheet.
I can read out the questions
That's fine.
because I have them. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What is being concealed here?
Okay, well, you see, what is being concealed here is car.
Or maybe the car's not here at all.
There was no car.
Dun dun
Or
dun.
maybe the car is
It was a
still here
truck.
and it's just a ghost.
So we'll
And
pick
we
out
can't see
the
it.
logical question when analyzing the crime scene was what happened here. Shadow didn't properly see it, so I'm gonna deduce what's happened here.
All right, you deduce. You think you play like the image as Shadow described it in your head, and from what the general crime scene can tell you. Let's see. You visualize this car. It's nondescript because you don't know exactly what kind of car it is yet. Just kind of staring down these two guys that happen to be down this alleyway. Maybe they were just having a smoke. Maybe it's something else. They do look. You see one guy's head. He's kind of shady looking, but he's also dead. So you're not sure. But you can.
So there are two corpses.
2 corpses. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got two shady looking corpses. So we've got the vehicle. The vehicle has run them over, right? Like, they've crushed them into the wall.
It went like almost full speed, and when it got to the wall, it somehow just disappeared.
Right, so there's no debris or anything. The crime scene is just meticulously clean, except
Well,
for
there are a couple knocked over trash cans, but yeah.
That's what I mean is that there's no debris left from any vehicle.
There is no vehicle debris. There's only like the tire tracks from the
and no walls were crashed into.
Nope.
That's what I mean by debris. Nothing's actually gone flying. We've got some knocked over things to imply that something has been passed here, but no remnants of what was actually here. The tire tracks would theoretically then be from the car going forwards, but then they just stop.
Or disappeared of some kind somehow.
Yeah, so that the vehicle...
It's a Harry Potter wall!
Oh, fuck off. Read another book!
No.
Anyway.
That's really...
That's all you... Do you want to do anything else to investigate? You technically have some forensics experience. Maybe you can learn something. I don't know. You have another way of investigating?
Well, unfortunately, no, because we've got the tire tracks, so we can at least try and deduce something about like the kinds of wheels. There's no debris left from the vehicle, so we can't actually check that out. There's no debris left from the wall, so we can't exactly check that out. So all we really know is a vehicle with some sort of thing with
I want to say this:
wheels moved really fast and smashed these people into a wall.
Yeah, there is like there are like blood and gore bits on the wall where these piles of gore are.
Oh yeah, like that. Yeah,
but there's no actual wall debris.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Yeah, just making sure you just clarifying.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.